Hypnosis for anxiety relief. My name is Asia Fadlon and I'm a certified hypnotherapist. Did you know that anxiety actually stems from a primitive part in our brain? We are all born with a fight or flight response. This response gets activated when there's a threat in our world. But did you know that the mind cannot perceive whether that threat is real or fantasy? Meaning it's actually happening in our physical reality right here, right now, or if we're just thinking about it. That's right. The body responds the exact same way. Which is great because once you know the difference, you can begin to control it. Sometimes anxiety is the result of overthinking, which then makes us sensitive to ourselves and our surroundings, our environment, which then can cause an emotional reaction that leads to unwanted behaviors. The mind then can create a poor self-image, which goes right back into our overthinking. Next thing you know, we're on a feedback loop that's difficult to get off of. Now, some researchers estimate that 97% of our worries never even happen. And if you think about it, worry really is the worst use of our imagination. So if you can think of the worst outcome or a worst case scenario, it also means that you can think of the best case scenario. And since the mind doesn't know the difference, whether it's real or not, why not choose the one that feels the best? I'd like to take you on a journey today. If you've never experienced hypnosis before, just know that all hypnosis is self-hypnosis. I'm not doing anything to you. This is simply something we will do together. Think of me as your guide today. Your participation is what makes all the difference. Allow yourself to get comfortable. Make sure you're not listening to this while driving or doing anything else that needs your conscious attention or full awareness. You can lie down. Allow yourself to get comfortable and close your eyes. If at any time during this session you need to adjust to get even more comfortable, you can allow yourself to do so. And if at any time you need to get back to your full awareness, simply open your eyes. You may be already aware that anxiety comes in many forms, and there are many different reasons for why someone would feel anxious. I'm not sure exactly what that reason is for you, but your subconscious mind does. So for a moment, just become aware of that anxious or uncomfortable feeling. Maybe it's an uneasiness. Maybe it's a tightness in the chest or the stomach. Maybe the hands feel warm or fidgety. But for right now, I just want you to become aware of it and allow it to be there. Sometimes anxiety is a response that something is happening that shouldn't be happening. Maybe thoughts enter like, I shouldn't be feeling this way. I should be feeling something else. So for now, just allow it, accept it, and let your thoughts come as easily as you can let them pass. Good. Now draw your attention to your breath. Your breath has the ability to calm and relax the nervous system. So I want you to listen to me very carefully before we start. We're going to do a breathing count. Breathing in on the count of 3. We're going to hold it at the top for 3. And then exhale on the count of 6. We're going to do that 3 times. times. Let's begin. Take a deep breath on the count of 1, 2, 3. Now hold it. 2, 3. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 2, 3. Hold it. 2, 3. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 2, 3. Hold it. 2, 3. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Let your breath return to a nice natural rhythm. Noticing the inhales, how they differ from the exhales. And then notice how they feel the same. Begin to start to open the door to your imagination as I count down from 5 down to 0. And each count just allowing the mind to drift into that creative part of your brain. Beginning at 5, 4, going deeper, 3, 2, 1, 0. And what if the door to your imagination could open so wide that you can actually imagine yourself being somewhere out in nature, a place that feels calm and safe and serene. Maybe it's a place you've been to before, or maybe it's a place you simply allow your mind to create. But first, notice what are the images that are pleasing. Notice what you see or sense in this calm place. And then notice what are the sounds that are pleasant and pleasing, that are relaxing. As you notice these sounds, you begin to notice the smells, the fragrances of this place in nature that are pleasing to you. And as you get in touch with this sensory experience, and you see, and you hear, and you smell, and wonder if you can now feel. And I'd like for you to choose to feel more relaxed, more calm, more at ease. And perhaps most importantly is to recognize that you can create that feeling. Now keep the door to your imagination open and imagine that wherever you are in this place in nature, and it leads you down a path. This path leads you to a small bonfire. And next to this bonfire is a big, cozy, comfortable chair. A chair waiting just for you. And you decide to sit down in this chair. And you can begin to feel the warmth from the fire against your skin, ever so slightly. And taking a moment to enjoy the serenity, the peace of this place. You decide to reach into your pocket and pull out a folded up piece of paper. And on this piece of paper is all of your fears. your worries, what if thoughts. Take a moment and see what's listed on this piece of paper. Now the reality is, if you can think of the worst case scenario, it also means you can think of the best case scenario. And those worst case scenario thoughts were never loving to you anyway. They never did you any good. So take a moment now and crumple that piece of paper and toss it into the bonfire. Watch as the paper shrivels up and quickly turns to ash. We have the ability to think anything we want to think. So now take a moment and reach into your other pocket and pull out another piece of paper. This piece of paper is blank for now, but as you reach in to your pocket again, you find a pen or a writing tool of your choice. And now your mind begins to flood thoughts. What is it that you do want to think? What are some of the best possible outcomes for current situations in your life? What would it be like if everything worked out to the positive? What if everything was happening in your favor? Get in touch with these thoughts. And it really doesn't matter if you believe them right now. But take a moment and see them written on this piece of paper. And when you're ready, you can fold up that piece of paper and tuck it right between the conscious and the subconscious mind for whenever you need. It will be there waiting for you. And now you're beginning to realize that even though we can't always control our thoughts, we do have a choice in which thoughts we decide to keep and which ones we decide to let go of. And as you become more and more relaxed, it becomes easier and easier to decide which thoughts are loving to you, which thoughts represent greater control and balance. And when conditions are not as you would like them to be in your life, you will be able to, whenever possible, to turn your thoughts and how to change them for the better. And when for the moment things cannot be changed, you will be able to accept them now calmly, realizing that any stress reaction would just be making you miserable for nothing. Of course, it would be nice if things were going the way we want them to, but if they're not, you realize it's no longer terrible, horrible, or catastrophic. You will now be able to accept the situation and to work to improve it. And day by day, you'll become more and more successful in feeding positive, happy thoughts into your mind. Your mind will remember how relaxed and calm you felt here in hypnosis. And do not be surprised at how much more clearly and creatively you're going to be able to think, and how much more confidently and effectively you'll be able to deal with any issues at hand. Each time you listen to this recording, you'll find yourself more at ease with your life and the people and the situations around you. Each day that passes increases your potential for having more calm, more peace of mind, more awareness, and a feeling of strength, vitality, and energy. Your mind at peace and calm, and you'll become more aware of this feeling. And it's interesting, the more you try to bring up those old negative thoughts from the past, the easier it becomes to choose to allow your mind to feel more calm, more at peace. Now allow your mind to just drift, and all of these suggestions have now been permanently placed deep within the subconscious mind. And as I begin to count you up and out of hypnosis with a simple count from 0 to 5, with each count up, you'll feel refreshed, emotionally calm, physically relaxed, and mentally alert and aware. As we go a little deeper at 0, locking these suggestions in, sealing them deep within the subconscious mind where they will always be there for you. And coming up at 1, 2, slowly and calmly. Coming up at 3, taking a refreshing, cleansing breath in. 4, becoming more alert, more aware. And now 5 is eyes open, wide awake,